We're back with another installment of our Psychic Abilities series. I'm TJ and I am here to help you expand your mind, heal your body, and feed your soul. If you haven't already saw the video with the 13 psychic abilities that are in this series, go ahead and click the link here, check out that video first, and then come back to this one and let us know if any of this resonates with you. All right, without further ado, let's grab our notes. We're going to talk about prophetic dreaming, okay? If you have the gift of prophetic dreaming, you can see or predict the future in your dreams. You may see images, symbols, events, people, animals, or anything that might show a little story of what's to come. Now, your dreams could be cautionary dreams, where you're getting a message, like a warning about something. It could be directional dreams where you are getting guidance on something. Maybe you have a project you want to do and you're getting juicy ideas on how you can implement the project, who you can work with and collaborate with, and what you should include in the project. You may have apparition dreams, where you see someone who's passed away and they have come to bring you a message. Or you might hear voices. You might dream about feelings. For example, if you're like deeply empathizing with someone, I know that that's happened to me. Like, I can walk each of these back and share examples. I've awakened, and you probably have too. So many people experience this, where you wake up and you're fully still there in the dream emotionally and energetically. Your heart is pounding. You might be feeling sadness. You might have tears coming out, or you might wake up like, oh my God, I'm so glad that's not real. How many times have you had that? So yes, I hear voices all the time when I am like not only dreaming, but as I'm going deeper into the relaxed state. And I also see words and numbers and colors and all types of things, which is really cool and fun. Now, what I want to share, because there are some people who are very, very in tune with their prophetic dreaming, and there are some people who are just they dream a lot, but they don't really know how to decode them or what they mean. Now, for the people who are really in tune with their prophetic dreaming, and I know several people who have had this, they were taught to, whatever they dream, if it's about someone that they know or love and care about, they have to share the dream. Now, you guys tell me how you feel about this and what your thoughts are in the comments, because my position, I had a friend, her dreams would not necessarily be dreams about happiness and fun and prosperity and abundance. Her dreams would come through like something is gonna happen, and I'm like, I don't really know that I would, I don't know if everyone can handle that type of news. I feel like if you're going to share that kind of news, then you have to be very, I would say, skilled on how you convey the message versus just regurgitating it out to the person, because the person that receives it may not be very skilled at receiving it. Like, it's not every day that someone is going to tell you, oh, by the way, X, Y, and Z. I don't even want to put whatever out there in the universe, but I'm just saying it's not every day that you're going to get a warning like that. So I feel like it's really the responsibility of the person who had the prophecy. If they feel like they must share, then they have to figure out a tactful and useful way to share it, along with some sort of resolve. So if I, for example, if I wanted to share something with either of you, and I say, I dreamt about blah, 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 instead of coming out with exactly what I dreamt about, I might say, well, you know what? That guy you were dating, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that, pay attention to your surroundings, this and this. I had a dream, and I'm not quite sure if because we don't really know if the things are going to necessarily come out exactly as we dreamt them, or if there's just signs, symbols, and synchronicities. They come different for everyone. Some people's may be literal, but many people's are not very literal. So, just maybe put a heads up. I don't know, just figure out how you're going to convey the message. And before you do that, ask the person if they want to know. Ask the person if they want to know. My friends who are prophetic dreamers have said that they were told they had to share the information. Their elders, the elders in the family said, no, you have to share it. It is your responsibility. And I feel like it goes full circle. It's your responsibility. If you feel it's your responsibility to share it, then you also have to be responsible in how you share it, and then give some examples on how a person can protect themselves, or maybe take a different path that will keep them out of harm's way. Now, if you're sharing with them that they're going to get rich and come into an abundance of money, and they're going to, hit the lottery or something, then that's a little bit different. You still have to be careful with that, but it's just a little bit different, okay? So, I just want to share that because I've said to people, please, I do not want to know, don't tell me. And then later I'll be like, okay, fine, let me know what it is. But I would rather, not hear that kind of news from anybody. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know about you, but not I. Okay. I've not had those types of dreams. I have had dreams where I designed furniture and shoes in the dreams. Shoe designing and furniture designing are not my expertises, but fashion was my expertise. I was in the fashion design industry, accessories designer, things like that. So I thought it was really fun and fascinating to get actual details about how to design these funky shoes and this furniture, okay? And a few times I woke up and did not draw the things out, but a couple of times I did, and I was like, oh, that's really nice, that's interesting. But because I wasn't really active in designing these things, I didn't take it any further. Not sure exactly what that means anyway. But I've always been fascinated because I've always been a very lucid dream in color, astral traveling, things like that. Let us know if you've experienced this. And when you astral travel, do you control, where you're going? Are you seeing things in the future while you're there? Are you seeing things in the past? Are you encouraged to bring them to the forefront? I would love to know, because dreams have always been fascinating to me because I've always done it. And in vivid color, I've dreamt very whimsical, beautiful, and fun dreams also. I've also had dreams where someone who had passed away came back with a message to pass on to one of my parents. It was one of my grandparents who had passed away before I was born, and passed away when one of my parents, they were little. So it's been so long. Anyway, I did not see the person in my dream, but I kept hearing their name, and I saw people who were related, like their grandchildren, in the dream that I know. And I also saw the name. Their name was being spelled like block letters, and it just kept coming up. And then it was like, what is this? Is this a message for me? And I was in the dream, but I was very aware, and I was like, oh. And I was excited because I'm like, I didn't know I could do that. I love it. And I did pass on the message. It was a beautiful, warm message that I passed on. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions. Do you have vivid dreams that you remember when you wake up? If so, this might be a clue that you are a prophetic dreamer. Have you ever dreamt about something that came to pass? If so, this might be validation that you are a prophetic dreamer. Do you ever receive solutions to problems in your dreams, which is a good one? If so, you're more than likely a prophetic dreamer. And do you ever feel awake inside of your dreams? If so, you probably have the gift of prophetic dreaming. Okay. And I remember this is another thing. Our guides, guardians, and angels, our guardian angels, ancestors who are here for our highest good, are always trying to communicate with us all day, every day. And I love decoding messages around me. I encourage everyone to give it a try. Just look around your environment and just think about the things and start putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And what they do when we are not in our awakened state, which this is supposed to be awake, but really it's just dream, because this is all an illusion, but that's a whole other topic altogether. When we are awake, we do a lot of overthinking up here, or when we're meditating sometimes or sitting in silence, we're monkey minding it and thinking about all the stuff. So when we go to sleep, a lot of times our guides and guardians and angels are trying to communicate with us, our higher self, the Holy Spirit, however you describe the energies. They're trying to communicate with us so that we can navigate on the path that we're on this physical plane. Okay, our dreams seem weird sometimes, many times to most people, but they're more sophisticated than what we are when we speak straight, plain English or whatever, Spanish, whatever dialect and language that we speak. Dreams are very sophisticated, and it's important to, if you have these, it's important to just take note of it and see if you can decode the messages, because there are messages there. They are always trying to communicate with us. Okay, so and another beautiful thing that you may want to do in terms of problem solving before you go to sleep, sit there and think of the thing that you're trying to decide on and ask for help. Just ask for help from your higher self, the Most High, and your angels, your guardian angels who are here for your highest good. Make sure, who are here for my highest good. Please help me, because they're not going to help you if you don't ask, because then that would get in the way of free will. They're waiting and standing by for you to ask for the help, and then they'll come in ready and willing to do so. And then when you go to sleep, see what you get. See what answer that you get in your dreams. Now, some people say that they do not dream. Everyone dreams, but not everyone remembers their dream. And so that may or may not be a gift that is very prevalent in your box of gifts, okay? But that doesn't mean that it isn't there. You can still actually decide to build on it, develop it, or what have you. Dive deeper into seeing how you can unlock that particular tool for yourself. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Dreaming is just so fun, so I want to make sure. I think I have everything here, but yeah, let us know, in the comments, if this is you, if you really resonate with this. I have a feeling that a lot of people do. And let us know how you handle it. I honestly don't, I personally would rather not receive messages about things that are going to happen to people in a bad way. I would rather see messages that are going to help people to see that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I believe that that's one of the things that I am supposed to be here to do anyway. Some people might feel like it's blowing smoke up their butts, just talking about good stuff all the time. But listen, I'm a woman of a certain age, and I spent quite a few years being negative and looking at the glass half empty, you know what I'm saying? And even though my baseline has always been generally a happy person, let's be clear that I have not always been, like, oh, look at the bright side of things or anything like that. And I feel like I've already paid my dues on the other side of that coin, and I'd rather just live in the light, because I feel like, why not? It's only fair. And I think that if people want to live in the light and use the darkness towards that light and take the darkness and alchemize it so that it is more light, then why not? All right, guys, I'm going to get off into a different topic. So I'm going to cut this video now. And until the next one, live simply and be kind.